It's no good, I can't. You forget that my nerves are all to pieces after 3 years in a German prison.
Oh, I see how much you love me, Bill.
Shut your eyes, man! Make a lunch for the basket!
Going over the top. There's nothing to it. I wish I'd been a better man.
Blank. Blank!
Oh my God.
Oh, my poor Freddie.
Don't pity me, Victoria. I want all my courage now. I have lost you and must bid you goodbye forever.
This is too dreadful. You must come and visit me from time to time.
I couldn't. That is more than I could bear. Goodbye. You are the only woman I've ever loved.
You'll never love another, will you? I shouldn't like that.
How could I ever love another woman after you? Why, you might as well ask a man to see when the sun has gone down.
He can turn on the electric light, you know.
You can jest, but I'm a heartbroken and ruined man.
I was only offering the possibility of consolation.
I don't think that's very nice of you, Bill. I thought what you said extremely poetic. Besides, I don't want him to be consoled.
Give me one last kiss, Victoria.
Darling!
Goodbye. I go into the night.
Oh, aren't you going at once?
I am.
Well, it happens to be the middle of the day.
I was speaking in metaphor.
Before you go, you might just let me have a look at the other bit of paper, the one with the blank on it.
Don't delay me with foolish trifling.
I'm sorry to detain you.
Why do you want to see it?
Mere curiosity.
Really, Bill? I don't know how you can be so heartless as to give away to curiosity when my heart is one great aching wound.
I should like to have the 2 pieces framed. An interesting souvenir of an important occasion.
Any other piece will do just as well. I threw up one in the fire.
No, you didn't. You put it in your pocket.
Enough of this. Can't you see I'm a desperate man?
How so desperate as I am. If you don't give me that bit of paper quietly, I'll take it from you.
Go to blazes!
Give it up.
What's the matter? You both gone mad?
You'll have to sooner or later.
It's not on your life.
Why don't you give it him?
Not if I know it.
Why not?
I won't let my feelings hurt
I'll
like this.
hurt more than your feelings in a minute. Come here. Gotcha. Now will you give it up?
Not if I know it.
I'll break your belly arm if you don't.
Ow! Stop it! You're hurting me!
Trying to.
Hit him on the head with a poker, Victoria!
Don't be unladylike, Victoria.
Don't! You filthy boast! All right. Here it is.
What? Take it out of your mouth. Take it out of your mouth.
I don't know if you call yourself a gentleman.
Look.
Why, it's got a cross on it.
Victoria, they both have crosses on them.
I don't understand.
Don't you? He was making it quite sure that I shouldn't draw a blank.
I did it for your sake, Victoria. I knew your heart was set on Bill, only you couldn't bear to hurt my feelings, so I thought I'd make it easier for you.
Oh, that's just like you, Freddie. You have a charming nature.
It almost brings tears to my eyes.
I'm built that way. I can't help sacrificing myself for others.
Sam, I have to have a word with you.
Not now, I'm busy.
But it's urgent.
Very well. Don't do anything important until I get back.
How did you guess?
You were so devilish calm about it.
That was the calm of despair.
My shoes!
I thought I'd put those somewhere.
You didn't put them anywhere, you hid them, you dirty dog!
It's a lie. Why the dickens should I hide your rotten old boots?
You were afraid I'd do a bunk.
You needn't get ratty about it. I only ascribe to you the disinterested motives that I have myself. I may be wrong, but after all, it's a noble error.
One might almost think you didn't want Victoria.
Bill, old chap, you know I'm not the sort of man to say a word against my wife.
Nor am I the sort of man to listen to a word against mine.
But hang it all, if a man can't discuss his wife dispassionately with her first husband, who can he discuss her with?
I can't imagine unless it's her second husband.
Tell me what you really think of Victoria.
She's the sweetest little woman in the world.
No man can want a better wife.
She's pretty,
Charming.
delightful.
I must confess that sometimes I found it hard that when I wanted a thing, it was selfishness, and when she wanted it, it was only her due.
I don't mind admitting that sometimes I used to wonder why. It was only natural of me to sacrifice my inclinations, but in her the proof of a beautiful nature.
It has tried me now and then that in every difference of opinion, I should always be wrong and she should always be right.
Sometimes I couldn't quite understand why my engagements were made to be broken, while nothing in the world must interfere with hers.
I've asked myself occasionally why my time was of no importance, and hers so precious.
Sometimes I did wish I could call my soul my own.
The fact is, Bill, I'm not worthy of her. As you so justly say, no man could want a better wife.
No, you said that.
But I'm fed up! If you'd have stayed there, I would have seen it through like a gentleman, but you've turned up like a bad shilling. Now you take up the white man's burden.
I'll see you damned first.
She must have one husband.
Look here. There's only one thing to do. She must choose between us.
That's not giving me a chance.
I don't know what you mean by that. I think it's extraordinarily magnanimous on my part.
Magnanimous be hanged. I've got a charming nature, and I'm extremely handsome. Victoria will naturally choose me.
Heaven knows I'm not vain, but I've always been given to understand that I'm an almost perfect specimen of manly beauty. My conversation is not only amusing, but instructive.
I'm not for it.
I'm not going to risk anything like that. I've had enough of your hanky-panky.
I thought I was dealing with a gentleman.
Oh, here she comes.
The servants have given in their notice.
Oh, they haven't.
I've done everything in the world with them. I've given them double wages. I've fed them off the fat of the land. I've given them my own butter and my own sugar to eat.
Only because they were bad for your figure, Victoria.
They don't know that. I've given them every evening off. I really didn't want them. I let them have the whole British army round for tea here. And now they give me notice.
It's a bit thick, I must say.
I argued with them. I appealed to them. I practically went down on my knees to them. They wouldn't listen. They're going to walk out of the house this afternoon.
Oh, well, Freddie and I will do the housework until you get some more.
Do you know it's harder to get a parlourmaid and a peerage? Why, at Paddington Registry Office, you'll see a group of old bachelors taking out licenses to marry their cooks. It's the only way to keep them.
No?
Yes.
Well, Victoria, we've decided that there's only one thing to be done. You must choose between us.
I couldn't possibly. I adore you both. Besides, there's something to choose between you.
I don't know about that. I mean, Freddie has a charming nature and he's extremely handsome.
Really, Bill, I wish you wouldn't say that. Heaven knows you're not vain, but I must tell you to your face that you are an almost perfect specimen of manly beauty. And your conversation is not only amusing, but instructive.
Victoria is interviewing a potential cook. The interview does not go quite as planned.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. I had your name on the list that the Alexandra gave me requiring a cook. Now, I don't know I very much like this area. I thought I'd just pop in to see the position at like suiting me.
I'm sure you'll find it's a very nice one.
Why did your last cook leave you?
Oh, she was going to get married.
Ah, that's what all you ladies say. Although it may be true, on the other hand, it may not.
She told me she hadn't had a nice place the last 3 months.
Now, before we go any further, I'd like to ask you one question. Now, do you have a garage?
We do. But we don't have a car in it. We sold our car.
Oh, well, that'd be very convenient. I always bring my Ford with me. Do you have many men servants?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, I've always been used to men servants, you see.
Well, you see, since...
Oh, well, you don't have to tell me. I know it can be very difficult. Although I'll leave you to make any arrangements you like about lighting the kitchen fire in the morning. All I ask is that it's alight every morning before I come down.
Oh, well, I don't quite know how I'll manage that.
In my last position, the gentleman of the house lit the fire for me every morning.
Oh, I hadn't
A nice gentleman he was too. Always brought me down a nice cup of tea, thin slice of bread and butter every morning before I got up.
Well, I'm sure we'll do all we can to make you feel comfortable.
What cooking do you require?
Oh, now, I know it can be very difficult to have a great variety nowadays, but I'm sure you'll do the best you can. We're out for lunch in a great deal, and then we turn in at 8.
Well, you can please yourselves there. I never do any cooking after middle day.
Well, that's rather awkward.
Well, if you don't think I'll suit you, needn't waste any more of my time. I attend to a dozen ladies I must see to this
We
morning.
won't make a point of that, so I'm sure we can arrange our hours to suit you.
Well, I always serve my dinner up at 1 o'clock, a nice bit of meat and a milk pudding.
And what sort of wages are you asking?
Well, I don't know if I'm asking any wages. Prepared to accept a salary of £2 a week, thank you.
Well, that's more than I'm in the habit of paying.
Well, if you're not prepared to pay that, they're plenty, as are.
We won't quarrel about that. I'm sure you're worth the money.
There. And I was just going away, I knew I had to ask you one more question. Now, how many are in your family?
Well, I have 2 children, but they make no trouble at all, and just at the present they aren't staying here.
Oh, well, I don't mind children. I've had too many of those to do that myself.
And then there's me and these 2 gentlemen.
Oh, and I suppose you're married to them, are you?
I don't know what you mean by that. I am married to both.
To both? What, legally?
Of course.
Well, I do call that going. I mean, if he'd just been a gentleman friend, I'd have nothing to say about that. I've lived in the very best of families, and I'm quite used to that. It keeps a woman quiet and good-tempered, and she ain't always fussing about one thing or another. And if he lives in the house, she ain't likely to keep the dinner waiting for every half hour. But if you're married to him, well, that's quite another thing. It's not just this. If you women think you can have 2 husbands, while us working women all leg up to one, well, it's not just this. I've been a Conservative all my life, and thank God I've got the vote now. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to vote Labour. It's disgusting. Here we find Elliot and Amanda in her flat in Old Paris. They are attempting to rebuild their relationship after their divorce a few years ago.
Scene we had in Venice.
Which particular one?
The one where you brought that painted wooden snake from the piazza and snuck it into my bed.
Giles!
Yes.
That was his name? Giles! Oh, he did wriggle so beautifully.
Horrible thing. I hated him.
I know you did. You threw him out of the window into the Grand Canal. Don't think I'll ever forgive you for that.
How long did the row last?
Oh, it went accumulatively for days.
The worst one we had was in Cannes, when your curling irons burnt a hole in my new dressing gown.
And it melted my curtain too! And set fire to all the towels in the bathroom.
Oh, that was a rouser, wasn't it?
That was the first time you ever hit me.
I didn't hit you very hard.
I remember the manager came in and we were rolling around the floor and biting and scratching like pumpkins.
I shall never forget his face.
Oh, how ridiculous, how utterly ridiculous.
Oh, we were very much younger.
And very much sillier.
As a matter of fact, that whole argument began because of Peter Burden.
You knew there was nothing in that.
I knew nothing of the sort. You took presents from him.
Presents? Only a trivial little brooch.
I remember it well. Bristling with diamonds in the worst possible taste.
Not at all. It was very pretty. In fact, I still have it and I wear it often.
You went out of your way to torture me over Peter Burden.
Oh, no, I didn't. You worked the whole thing up in your jealous little imagination.
You let him kiss you. You said you did.
And what of it?
What of it?
Well, it gave him a lot of pleasure and it didn't hurt me, so...
What about me?
Well, if you'd never stuck your nose in it, you'd never known a thing about it.
That's a very nice point of view, I must say.
I'm bored of this conversation.
Me too. Bored stiff. Fancy some brandy?
No, thanks.
I'll have a little, I think.
I don't see why. I've already had 2 glasses already.
No particular reason. Anyway, they're a very small one.
I just don't see why you have to go on and on and on with such a thing.
You can hardly call 3 liqueur glasses of brandy in a whole evening long, going on and on and on and on.
Well, it's become a bit of a habit with you.
Amanda, really, there's no need to be so dramatic just because you don't happen to want any yourself.
Oh,
at the
shut
moment.
up!
Amanda, really!
What?
Nothing. Going out somewhere, dear?
Oh no, just making myself fascinating for you.
Oh, that reply has broken my heart.
Yes, well, it is the woman's job to allure the man. Oh, watch me a minute, won't you?
As a matter of fact, that's perfectly true.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, shut up.
Snap, 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 like a little adder.
Adders don't snap, they sting.
Nonsense. They have a bag of venom behind their teeth, and they snap.
They sting.
They snap.
I don't care, you understand? I don't care if they bark or roll around on the floor like hoops.
Did you see much of Peter Burden after our divorce?
Yes, I did actually. Quite a lot.
I suppose you let him kiss you a good deal more then.
Mind your own business.
I bet you had a riotous time. No restraint at all. Very enjoyable. You never had much, had anyhow.
You're quite insufferable, dear. I expect it's because you're drunk.
I am not in the least bit drunk.
You always did have a weak head.
As I've told you once before, I've only had 3 minute liqueur glasses of brandy this whole evening long. A toddler of 2 could not get drunk on that.
On the contrary, a toddler of 2 could get drunk on only 1 glass of brandy.
Ooh, very interesting. And how about a child of 4? What about a child of 6? How about a child of 9?
shut up.
No, we get a splendid little debate going about intemperate talks.
Yeah, not very funny, dear. Perhaps you better have more brandy.
I think I will.
Ridiculous ass.
I beg your pardon.
I said ridiculous ass!
Thank you. You'd better turn that off, I think.
Why?
It's very late and it'll annoy the people upstairs.
There aren't any people upstairs. It's a photographer's studio.
There are people downstairs.